Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Holap Classic Remastered. This time we take a look at the 1998 Alfa Romeo 145 2-litre Cloverleaf. One of my favourite cars in GT2. I love the 145 and I would dearly love one of these in real life. It is one of the most bizarre looking vehicles I've ever seen, but because it's an Alfa Romeo, I think it looks fantastic. That sort of weird window kink on the front window, the wraparound rear glass, the fact that this really should probably be a 5-door, but is actually a sort of 2-door wagon. It's an awesome looking thing, absolutely fantastic looking. And Cloverleaf is, of course, amazing. You get that fantastic 2-litre twin-spark engine. It's just right, and the interior of these is fantastic, especially with the Momo leather. Stunning vehicles. I adore them. I absolutely adore them, and I adore this even more because the upgrade potential on this car is actually pretty good. Now, Alfa Romeos with the 2-litre twin-spark engines have been very quick around here, and I'm hoping the 145 will follow the same legacy. And this car does have a good legacy, because not only is the engine good, and cars with this engine have been quick, this car also shares its underpinnings with the Fiat Punto, which turned out to be a very quick car, and this car has almost 120 more horsepower than the Punto did. So, I mean, is an under 30 possible? If the 145 can get an under 30, I would lose my mind. But we will see. Front engine, front wheel drive, 340 horsepower, 1,113 kilos. The only thing this is really missing is a rating modification, which, while I would love to see, does mean I can showcase the fantastic Zoe yellow metallic, which is the correct colour for this car. Anyways, the Alfa Romeo 145 2-litre Cloverleaf is going to have 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Mitsubishi GTO LM Edition 99, that car set a time of 27.017. The Alfa Romeo 145 Cloverleaf, unlikely to beat that, as cool as that would be. Maybe a mod can introduce the 145 LM Edition, and that can challenge for the top spot one day, who knows. Either way, as I mentioned, this car has a lot to live up to. So Fiat Punto set a time of 30.325. I think that's achievable. This doesn't have quite the handling that the Punto had, but it has the power to make up for it. Other cars, the Alfa Romeo 156, that set a time of a 30.180, which I think is potentially in reach if I can sort of drive this thing within its limits. It does feel a little bit understeery, it does have to be said. And I guess, if he was being super hopeful, the Alfa Romeo GTV, I don't think this is going to get to the GTV, and it's 29.9. And as I'm actually sort of driving this now, I don't quite think under 30 is going to be achievable. But 30.325 from that Punto. I think if we got like a good lap together, this would be able to beat that, as it should do, realistically. I mean, the Punto should not have been as quick as it was, but still. Yeah. The one issue this car has, and you can tell, is it is a little bit wayward on the rear end. Does not like rear end traction. The other thing as well is it's... yeah, you are starting to feel the limits of the front wheel drive chassis in this. You know, it's a bit understeery. It is a bit on the understeery side. You get the lift off oversteer and you get the sort of understeer, especially as you sort of brake into a corner. It's not ideal for that sort of stuff. But yeah, come on, Alfa. Definitely go quicker through that final sector. Let's pin this lap together. Come on, Alfa. We can do this. Take to the skies on that, because there's no point in trying to make that turn, because it's just going to be slower. Sticking it into there. Brake super early for this corner, try and get it round, get the rotation going. Come on, car. 30.137. It's not quite the under 30, but God, I'll take that. I actually think, to be fair, I don't think that lap was 100% perfect. I definitely think there's a couple of areas, especially in Sector 2, I think I could have rounded that a little bit better. I didn't want to go for a super ridiculous corner cut there, like I did in one of the laps, but yeah, phenomenal stuff. That took a lot out of me to get that lap out of that. I won't lie, that was, yeah. That is definitely towards the limit of what the car can do and what I can do with the car, but yeah, phenomenal stuff from the 145. Apparently that lap was the absolute quickest of all of them by a good chunk as well. So, yeah, wow. You can see, like, the straight line speed isn't even that quick. I think if this had, like, the 156's 380 horsepower, dare I say, because the chassis is already losing control anyway, so you may as well chuck an extra 40 horsepower into it. This could have been challenging even higher up, but yeah, phenomenal job from a phenomenal car. A 30.137 will place this into 125th place. Goes in between two very quick front-wheel drive cars, the Peugeot 406 V6 Coupe and the Alfa Romeo 156 Twin Spark. It is quicker than the Lancia Delta HF Integrale, quicker than a Subaru Legacy Wagon GT, quicker than the Impreza WRX Wagon. I mean, stuff is slower than, okay, Spoon, Integra Type R, similar sort of handling issues. That did weigh a lot less than this, but, you know, power-wise wasn't too dissimilar. I mean, it's not quite getting to, like, Alfa Romeo GTV levels. I'm starting to think if this thing had a racing modification, maybe it could get up to those sort of heights, but, yeah, phenomenal time from a phenomenal car. I was not expecting... The first couple of laps, I was not expecting us to get close to that. I was actually thinking it'd be a bit of a struggle to beat the Punto, but, yeah. All came together on that final lap for the fantastic 145 Cloverleaf. Anyways, that is it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.